So, Jumpmaster has a really, really good mustache, and I'm going to try to get mine like his. And he says to use wax. So, I don't know if it's going to work or not. Maybe he wraps it around it. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. I don't know. I don't know.
What makes an American veteran so important? An American veteran is important because they are the living embodiment of sacrifice, service, and the enduring spirit of freedom. Veterans are the reason we wake up each day in a country where we have the right to speak freely, worship openly, and pursue our dreams without fear. They raised their hands and swore an oath not to a person or a party, but to the Constitution and to the people of the United States. Many left their homes, their families, their comforts behind to serve in distant lands under harsh conditions, all so that we could live safely at home. Veterans are the backbone of our freedom. They don't just fight wars, they defend peace. They are mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters who carry the weight of duty on their shoulders so we could carry on with our lives in freedom. Even after their service, many continue to give through community leadership, mentorship, and by being everyday heroes in our neighborhood. Their commitment doesn't end when the uniform comes off. What makes an American veteran so important is that they are the quiet strength behind our nation's greatness. They remind us that freedom isn't free, and that courage, honor, and selflessness still have a place in this world. So when we ask what makes an American veteran so important, we say, look at Lambert III, because in him we see the soul of America, strong, humble, and unbreakably proud. Thank you for your service, First Sergeant. Thank you for being the kind of man this nation will always be proud of. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome Lee and Kim of EDC Beard Co.
Hey guys,
Hi guys.
Lee and Kimberly from EDC Beard Co. here. We just want to say hello and to say thank you to everyone that's been sending us well wishes, prayers, and good thoughts. Everything's been good news. We just got back from our her 3-month exam and test, and everything turned out very well. So thank you all for that. The other thing we wanted to say is a shout out to Tom, Dino, and Chief. Your guys' show is fantastic. Keep up the good work. You give opportunity to people like small business owners, influencers, and positive people to be a spotlight on your show, which leads us to the last part, which is why we're doing this video, is about Jumpmaster EDC. Lewis, you're an awesome dude. Me and Kim got to meet you last September at the Beards at the Berg in Fredericksburg, Virginia in September of last year. You're a great guy, great father, a veteran, so thank you for your service as well. And we hope to see you this coming September, maybe at the Beards in the Berg 6 actually is what the next one is. So hopefully we'll see you then. Congrats, and we're looking forward to watching the show now. Thank you. Take care.
And welcome, guys, to the Trace Amigos show. Thank you very much for bearing with us on that extended version of an intro there. But it's so good to have you guys here to the Trace Amigos show with myself and my two great friends, Steve, a.k.a. the Bearded Chief, and Dino, a.k.a. Tactical Santa. Guys, how are you doing this fine day?
Man, that was beautiful, dude. That was absolutely beautiful. Man, Lee and God, that was emotional. That was good. It was so good to see them, and I can't wait to bring Jumpmaster on and just hang out with him for a little bit. Had a good week. I got something crazy to drink tonight, peanut butter and jelly pop, so I'm gonna let you know how that goes. So what about you, Tactical Santa?
Had a good week. That intro was spectacular, Santa. That was awesome. Always good to see Lee and his wife. Good news on their hospital visit, so that's always awesome. But 100% can't say enough about supporting veterans. My week was awesome. No problems this week. Just putting in the extra hours. So been good.
You know, we're going to get Lewis on here, First Sergeant, Lewis Lambert the third, whatever y'all want to call him out there. He just says don't call him late for dinner. But, one thing that he's going to come on here, and I'm going to tell you something all retired, especially veterans do, and Chief is the same way, is they're all, everybody thanks you for your service. And it's kind of, they'll be, well, yeah, you're welcome, and they act like it's no, but I'm going to tell you something. To me, it is one of the most special things out there that an individual can do. One of the most selfless sacrifices they can make is to serve their country. And it means a lot to me and my wife, right? My wife is a huge military history buff. And, and I was showing her when I was putting this together, some pictures of Lewis. And of course she saw him in his uniform, and I had to hear how handsome he was, and of course she just, he just looked sharp, and he embodies, and Chief, I feel the same way about, just embody that American spirit. And it means a lot to me. So it's a joy to have him on tonight. Guys, tell us where you're checking in from today. Tell us what you're wearing a beard, if you're wearing anything, ladies, or what you're wearing on your skin. I had the opportunity to talk to Jim for a while today from, Small Town Traditions. It was good talking with him. He's got some great things coming up. So, Chief and Dino, why don't you guys tell us real quick about your Monday night show, and let us get this heathen stuff out the way.
We didn't have it. We canceled it.
I don't know if everybody watched last Monday night. I don't know if we scarred some people, but we had an awesome show. We had Elegant Sasquatch. We had Wicked Wednesday on there. I'm not sure Bearded Bishop is okay from that show. He might be scarred, mentally scarred, emotionally. I don't know, but it definitely went off the rails. But we did have a fun time. It's always a fun time when you get Stacy and Elegant Sasquatch together. I'm pretty sure most of the night, if you go back and watch it, you see Chief and I just going, Santa Tom's going to kill us. Santa Tom's going to kill us.
We thought at one time that Bishop jumped off set to make a phone call to narc on us, to you.
Right. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm kind of scrolling through, guys, but we got Mr. Baker was first. We got Jim in here.
Right.
We got Kay. We got Santa Allen, my brother Santa Allen. Kilt Beard Company. Got your stuff. We've been talking about you before the show. Got you some oils in, some secret stash. Mr. Blake. Hey, brother.
What's up, Blake?
20 Spray
Ray Smokey.
Mr. Bane Blends. You guys make sure you watch Bane Blends. He will be on our show not next week, but the following week. And tonight, he will be on the Beard with Respect. So you guys make sure you please catch that tonight. Yeah. Jessica, babysitter Jess, how are you? Haley. There she is. Hello, Ronnie. The bearded elf himself, Jordan. All right. Mr. Jeff, how are you?
What's up, Jeff?
Renee.
Manner Movement.
Renee, I don't know if you got a chance to check out that little review, or that little cap cut little review that Bob and Terry frickin' Frack did. Oh, it was outstanding. Wonderful.
Really good.
Yeah, it was.
Black Manor again. Robert, I forgot. Amber, hello.
Brother Amber.
Guys, the bad thing about this running through this is I forget who I said hello to already.
What's up, Kev?
Kev. Well, Kev posted. Did you see a picture of Kev today with his beard?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it looks like he had traps.
He looks like he's so swole, man. That's that woodworking he does.
Right.
He's been doing some
fun of his beard. All right. Okay. All right. There you go. Jim, had an awesome opportunity to talk to Jim today. It was so good talking to you, brother. All right. There he is. We'll have him on in just a second. I don't think he'd mind me sharing this, but Santa Allen's getting ready to make a trip to go to Tennessee, I believe it is. It's a Santa reunion. It's going to be a bunch of Santas from all over, and one of my mentors, Santa Ed Taylor, is going to be there. He says, "Man, you have fun. Tell him I said hello." He ain't gonna know who I am, but just tell him I said hello. Amber got a question. What did you say you were drinking?
It's peanut butter and jelly.
What's up, Jacob?
Jacob.
Yeah, Stacy. They were telling me a little bit about the show Monday. I got to go back and watch it, see if. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. It's all for you, man. There they are. Bob and Terry, how are you? Show can start now.
Yep.
All right.
Born bearded.
Born bearded. How you doing? All right, guys.
True North.
There he is. What's going on, Chris? Appreciate you, man. Chris been pumping out some videos. I was telling Chief before the show, I got to catch up on so much. I've been so busy this week on so many shows. We appreciate you, man. All right. I didn't think there was this many comments. Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
Melissa, how are you? You guys don't watch Melissa's show, please go watch Copper John's Melissa's show. It's absolutely wonderful. Black Manor. Okay. Guys, I can't remember who all Chris, what's up, brother? Hey, did that go live yet? I haven't checked back yet, but I need to check because I need to order it. His new drop, that tobacco scent,
Presidente.
Presidente, yeah.
Yep. In fact, Chris is going to be on my show Sunday.
Guys, his new tobacco scent, Presidente. If you're a tobacco scent individual, it is so good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, guys, I think we are caught up. What else you got?
All I know is this tastes gross, man. But the wife said you'd like it because it's weird, and I'm gonna drink it because I opened it. But peanut butter and jelly in a pop is just.
So let me ask you this, Chief. Would you rather drink the Oreo cookie Coke?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. There we go.
That was
all
weird.
right, guys.
Bob it, Chief. Bob it.
Is there anything else coming up this week? You guys got anything going on?
Just Sunday, I got the Fit and Finish show, and I've got Ellie and Sasquatch coming on.
Fit and Finish, guys. Monday nights, Chief and Dino got their show.
Yeah.
For those of you that may be interested, Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, I've got the Santa Talk, where I talk all things, not to coin a phrase from Dan C., but I talk all things Santa, So I talked about beard care last week. This week I'm going to be talking about something very important. That's hygiene. Yeah. Santa hygiene, right? We don't want to stink when we got kids coming up taking pictures, right? So that's what we'll be going over this week's little tips and tricks and things I've learned over the last few years. So hope to see you there. Stop by if you want to. It's not just for Santas. It's for anybody that just wants to come out and hang out and have fun. So guys,
I think we should bring that guy on. Let's go. Rockstar.
Let's bring it on, guys. Without further ado, please help us welcome retired First Sergeant Lewis Lambert III. What's going on, Top?
What's going on, man?
What is up?
Thank
you for having me.
There he is.
Appreciate it.
Man, look at that mustache.
It's all right.
Look at that.
I couldn't get mine.
About Chief trying to wax his mustache.
That was a good wax there, Chief. That was a good wax.
I thought it was, right? You said wax. Shoot. Maybe you should warm it up first. Or,
you didn't light the wick first.
When I see your mustache, I think of myself, I'm like, how long would it take me if I tried to do that in the bathroom? I think I'd be late for work every day because I don't think there's any way I could do that.
So when I first started out, it took, 30, 45, an hour. And then now, I did it 5-10 minutes before I jumped on with you guys. So you get, it's just like anything else. You get quicker at it as you learn tips and tricks and pick things out that work for you, that, kind of take things from other people and mold them into what works for you.
Right.
Do you think you could teach us how to take this and turn it into the handlebar?
Yeah. Don't put oil in there. And then wax it straight out with a good firm wax that has some pine rosin in there. Let it firm up. And then the thing with wax is you want to put it on in layers. Like think of it like your candle. Like as it drips wax, it builds up those layers. Same thing with a mustache wax. You want to put on a layer, kind of let it firm up, put on another layer, let that one firm up. You're not trying to put all the wax in at once. Build up layers. And then I like to use an iron, but this one has temperature. Like I hate ones that don't have temperature settings. This one goes all the way down to like 150 or all the way up to like, I would never go that high with like 400 and something. So like 180, between 180 and 220. And then you can start manipulating and getting that curve, but pre-styling is the key. So pre-style your mustache, just like you would kind of pre-style your beard. You know, I style my beard and then I put balm in, right, to kind of hold my style. Same thing. I pre-style my mustache and then I put wax in there to kind of hold the style that I'm going for that day.
That is interesting. We got to talk more about that later on.
I got nothing but time.
But we're going to soften you up with our usual this or that kind of questions. Dino,
Okay.
Are you ready?
I got to say something real quick. Chris, this got to be the best line so far. Chris says, "Who has the better stash, Lewis or the Iron Sheik?"
Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik.
Lewis.
Or who was the baseball guy? Rolly Fingers.
Yep, Raleigh Fingers. Yep.
Yeah.
Who? I like that. Dino, you want to go first tonight?
Sure, Chief, I'll go first. I got some crazy this or that. So, would you rather have to fight a bear with a frying pan or wrestle an alligator in a kiddie pool?
I'm gonna take my chances with the alligator in a kiddie pool. Yeah, I think I got a better shot at that one.
Yeah, bears get big.
Yeah, bears are big. Got some big old claws too. So, yeah.
Just gotta swim in a zigzag. They won't catch
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and flip that kiddie pool over and lock him in that thing.
Oh, man.
Good answer. That's a good answer. Okay, be the best player on a losing team or the worst player on a winning team.
Worst player on a winning team. It's a team sport. Oh, man. Winner is winner.
All right.
Hey, the guy that sits the bench still gets a Super Bowl ring.
Still gets a ring.
That's right. That's right. Alrighty. You're in a zombie apocalypse. Would you rather have a loyal dog that farts constantly or a sword that talks trash every time you swing it?
Oh, sword that talks trash. I can handle trash talking. That's easy for me.
Yeah.
All day long.
Heck
But
yeah.
I don't know what that dog's minus the farting. I don't know what that dog's gonna do. He's gonna get bit and turn into another zombie. I'm going, yeah, sword.
Yeah. Okay. Make everyone in the world happier or make everyone in the world rich.
Happy.
I think so too.
Yeah. Because that means they get what they want.
Sure.
So that makes you rich in general, right? Might not
right.
be rich in wealth, but rich in whatever it is that you wanted.
That's right. That's a good answer.
Fight 100 horse-sized ducks or 100 duck-sized horses.
Fight 100 horse-sized ducks. Say it again.
All right. So, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 duck-sized horses. I could kick the crap out of some duck-sized horses.
You don't want to go with the horse-sized duck coming at you with the quack, quack, quack,
Okay.
quack, quack.
I mean, especially if it's one of those like Budweiser horses or something. You know,
Yeah. Oh.
That's a good one, Dino. I think I got a good one too. Okay. Your skin changes color based upon your emotions, or you have tattoos that appear and depict what you did yesterday.
I'll take the color. I don't want anyone to know what I did yesterday.
I know, right? Yeah, I'll definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the colors.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Let me see here. Would you rather have to carry a gallon jug of protein everywhere or never be allowed to wear deodorant again?
Hmm.
Oh man.
Man, that's tough.
Man, as much as I don't want to stink, like I don't want to carry that thing around everywhere. I do all kinds of stuff, man. I don't want to. I guess I'm gonna stink. I have no deodorant. I'm just gonna wash my pits all the time.
See, if you're chief, you're like, I can't get enough protein.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, I'll carry 2 of those.
Yeah, but you can't even put it down because you got to carry it everywhere. So, like, how am I supposed to play golf? Like, how am I supposed to swing the club and carry? I gotta stink, I guess.
Backpack.
You get a
I
backpack.
don't like to stink, but yeah, I mean, you gotta
Carry around in a backpack.
That was big on deployments, man. When email first came out and we're deployed, and I'm emailing the wife like, "Did you send my protein powder out yet? Did you send my protein powder?" You know, I'm starting to get fiending for it. You can't get enough peanut butter. You can't get.
It was either people looking for protein powder or people looking for dick. Copenhagen, pretty much.
Not the plastic can,
No,
but that cardboard.
It's got to be the cardboard. It's got to be vacuum sealed so that it survives.
Yeah. See, you know.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there.
Okay.
Before the re-dipping.
Yeah. Okay. I know the answer to this one, but spontaneous or carefully planned out?
Oh man.
Oh, I thought it'd be easy.
No, because I like to be spontaneous, but I got some PTSD, so I like to carefully plan some locations. All right. So I'm gonna go spontaneous.
Oh wow.
I like to be spontaneous. Yeah, I like to be spontaneous. I don't plan a lot.
Yeah.
The only time I plan is if I'm gonna go somewhere that's very, very busy. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, right now is cherry blossom season in DC. So I know not to go down to the tidal basin or the monuments because, especially this weekend, because they just started like Tuesday blooming. So yeah, it's going to be, like you would have to carefully plan that out. That's not a spontaneous trip down to the tidal basin.
Sure.
You know, you have children, right, Lewis?
Yeah, 2 boys.
Okay, so here we go. Would you rather fight Mike Tyson once or argue with a toddler about bedtime for a week straight?
Now, we talking Mike Tyson in his prime or the Mike Tyson we just seen fight the other, couple months ago?
We're talking Mike Tyson that didn't get paid to take a bow.
Oh man, then I'll take the kids because I mean, if it was this new, if it's this old Mike Tyson, yeah, but prime, no. I'll listen to the kid argue, and that's no small feat.
Real easy one. Red pill or blue pill?
Blue pill. I like blue better than red.
Okay.
My youngest would take the red pill because he likes red. I'm guessing Santa Tom would take the red pill.
I think I would stay in the Matrix. I think it'd be cool. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Man, this is bad. This is really bad.
I see. I'm not like you. I don't care if I opened it. I would pour that thing down the drain.
So
at least it's peanut butter and jelly flavored pop and not peanut butter and jelly flavored beer.
Oh yeah.
And you look on the bright side of things, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So you run and jog, right?
Every day.
Okay. So would you rather eat nothing but raw eggs for a week or have to jog 5 miles in cowboy boots?
Oh,
5 miles in cowboy boots.
Oh, wow.
Well, first of all, raw eggs. Like if you'd have said hard boiled, maybe that'd have been a little bit different. But raw eggs, cowboy boots. My feet are gonna, they've been toughened up over the years. They'll be all right.
I'm going with the eggs. I'm eggs all day long.
I'm a
I ain't running nowhere. I ain't running in cowboy boots. I ain't running in Asics. Ain't running in Nikes.
Oh man.
Oh man.
True. Facts.
Mm.
I ran a mile today after I played golf.
I drink raw eggs.
I would definitely.
I've never had. I mean, I've never, not even in something. I've never had a raw egg.
Speaking of eggs, man, weren't the MRE eggs the best?
No.
Oh, they were so good.
No.
See, this is coming from this is coming from somebody in the Navy. Yeah, this comes from somebody in the Navy that probably never really ate them as much. Wasn't stuck in the field or out in deployment for a year every day.
I mean, they were better than the or the bean burrito, but not by much.
I don't know. I'd take the pound cake and those.
Oh, pound cake, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jalapeno cheese.
Yeah. All day.
Oh,
Yeah. I wouldn't even warm the eggs up, man. Just slide them out as one big lump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw some Tabasco sauce.
Yeah.
In there.
That tiny little.
The little guest-sized piece.
Oh, all day long I'd eat those eggs.
We make checkerboards out of the empty ones and empty ones versus the full ones.
Yeah. Good night. You got any more, Dino? Because I don't.
I got one last one for you. Would you rather be super jacked but smell like gym socks, or super rich but have T-Rex arms?
Oh man. I guess jacked, man. I don't want to have T-Rex arms. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything. Yeah.
Oh, I used to get picked on.
Jacked, I guess.
Yeah.
I have short arms, so I used to get picked on at work. So they used to call me the D-Rex, the small arms dealer, since I saw
small arms dealer.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
that is classic.
Chili Mac. Chili Mac was good.
Mac. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mix the jalapeno cheese in with it. I don't think it came with, so I had to trade for the jalapeno cheese to get with it. I think it came with the regular cheese.
Oh.
Did you warm them up?
Certain ones were better warmed up.
I just raw dog it, man, and just dig in there. Just raw dog it.
I mean, I could, but I mean, if I was strapped for time, sure. But a lot of times you could always just throw that thing in your sack and let it warm up.
What about your coffee? Did you actually make the coffee or just take the grounds and just?
I used them like dip and put them between the cheek and the gum.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you're out of dip, or you're on fire watch, you need a little pick me up. We didn't have Zen pouches back then. You know what I mean? You had to, that was the original Zen, just the coffee grounds.
Shove it in like a dip.
That's it.
Good night. Everybody dipped. It was the weirdest thing.
Oh yeah.
Nobody I know really dips. I do.
But not anymore.
Yeah. Everybody in the service dipped or smoked or dipped and smoked.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
And I tried using one to quit the other, and then I had to quit both cold turkey. I was like, nah, because they would just switch back and forth. I'm like, oh, I'll quit dipping. I would just smoke, and then I would start dipping to quit smoking, and I was like, nah, I just quit cold turkey.
Yeah.
You can still have fun with T-Rex arms. You can.
Yeah.
You can have fun. You can have more fun without them.
You can't punch hard.
But you wouldn't be able to drive. Like, you wouldn't be able to drive any like supercars. Like, you wouldn't be able to do anything with T-Rex. Like,
you couldn't shift the car.
T-Rex arms.
Yeah, you couldn't shift.
Definitely not fighting Mike Tyson with T-Rex arms.
No.
For sure. Yeah.
If he had T-Rex arms, maybe.
Yeah, I'd take him on then.
Yeah, absolutely. If he had tiny little arms,
just got to keep his teeth away from me.
Yeah. Put earmuffs on, you'll be all right.
That's that too, because I got.
Yeah, you got something to bite on there.
Yeah. They come off quick.
Oh man!
And for everybody out in the audience that is listening to them saying everybody in the military, Santa Tom, I was in the military. I never drank, smoked, dipped, or chewed, and I never dated girls that do. So y'all just keep that in mind and forgive these guys the way they're kind of talking tonight. We'll get them straightened out. Y'all carry on.
I never dated any either. So.
I knew some girls that dipped too.
Oh yeah, especially the ones that were in the Corps.
They were welders.
Oh yeah.
Let me get
I met a lot. I met a lot because I was joint, so I met a lot in the Corps. It was always the girls that were in the Corps that did.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask your opinion on a couple things. There's a couple things I just wanted to ask. One of them is, what was your thoughts, since you're retired now, you can say this honestly. Yeah. What was your thoughts on a division run? Because I'll give you what my thoughts were. I absolutely dreaded them. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So I think they have their spot in it as a camaraderie thing, but you're not getting any PT benefit out of it, right? Because it's really just an accordion run, right?
Yeah,
You're running,
right,
and then everyone's getting drunk out, and then you're slowing back down, and then then they take off sprinting again, and you got people that are high ranking falling out and throwing up and passing out. And so I mean, I was a runner, so it was always just funny for me to watch and yell at my soldiers. But it's fun because that was the time that everyone got to get out on the side of us and get a long chance at singing some cadence, right? And kind of building up that thing as you would need as a leader to do your smaller PT sessions. So from a PT standpoint, not really great. As from a camaraderie standpoint, I see where it has its benefits. But but not fun either way.
Right. And I exactly the same way. I see what you're talking about the camaraderie thing, but enjoyable wasn't enjoyable. At one time I enjoyed running in the military, but my second question is explain to everybody what a jump master is. And I was looking at your uniform and looking at just in awe of the chess pieces you had going on there. But explain what a jump master
call that
is.
Salad. That's my salad.
Right. Explain what a jump master is and what it takes to become a jump master.
So there's airborne units in the military, and so to have airborne units, you have to have people that put people out of those airplanes. And so it doesn't take a ton to become the basic of basics jump masters. You just have to go to jump master school, which you have to have, I forget if it's like 12 or 14 jumps, and then you can go to school. The problem with the school is it's a high fail rate school. So you have to remember what's called pre-jump. So it's this long, drawn out, many pages of material that you would have to recite verbatim without it in front of you. So you have to memorize it and recite it verbatim without missing a piece of it. And then you'd have to go through all the sequences of checking somebody's chute to make sure that it is. So you're not packing it. That's what a rigger would do, but making sure that it's been properly put on you and that the rigger has set up everything that it's going to deploy in the manner that it should deploy. Because when you're the jump master, everything that kind of goes wrong or right is on you. So you usually have a primary jump master and then a team of jump masters that are out helping you do this, but there's usually one primary one. And so then there's stages. So your basic jump master, you can't even tell the difference between someone who's a jump master and someone who's airborne because it's just the basic airborne wings. Then you have a senior level jump master, which would have the basic airborne wings and then a star on top of it. And then you have your master jump master, which has a star and a wreath. And that's where I was. I think a senior takes 35 total jumps. And in that 35 there are some specific types of jumps, certain combat equipment. So you have your rucksack on your kind of on your lower half that you would deploy down, night jumps, jump master duties, things of that nature. And then master jump master, or sometimes they would call him master blaster, would be 65 total jumps, if I remember correctly. And then when I got out, I had a total of 100 jumps.
Wow.
And more duties that I could do, that I could shake a stick at.
Right. I was a 5 jump chump. I did my airborne training at Fort Benning in 1991.
Okay.
And all my jumps were night jumps. And we joked around about that because
by that he means he closed his eyes as he went out the door.
Every one of them, right? 3 were out of a C-130 and 2 were out of the
C-141.
Where it just sucks you out, right?
Yeah, so I was going to say, so 141s went out. I was kind of the one of the last classes, I think in 1999 is when I went through jump school at Benning, and I went out of 141s as well. And so 141s are a jet aircraft versus a propeller aircraft. And so when they open both doors, both load troop doors, it creates a vacuum. So you don't have to jump out of a 141. As soon as you get one step from it, it just sucks you straight out that aircraft. There are no we call them jump refusals. There are no jump refusals in a 141.
Oh man.
No major jump injuries, minus a multitude of concussions. So I guess those would be my so some traumatic brain injuries and some migraines and whatnot.
So it's basically
What's
like
the best was Dino's nickname in high school?
That's a good one. That's a good one. So jump master is it like a range safety officer, an RSO on the firing line? He's
kind of like that for jumping. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just it's a very high fail rate school.
Hmm. So you're just making
Between
sure
that one and I went through what's called Pathfinder school. That's even higher attrition rate. And that one does more like drop zones, setting up DZs for helicopters to land, air traffic control type stuff. And so that's an even higher fail rate school.
Cool.
I always love that. I saw that.
The torch.
That's such a cool.
I always call people that were Pathfinders, they call them keeper of torch. So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I was lucky. And so I have a very good, for a lot of migraines, but when I study something, I have a very good process to be able to memorize stuff. Yeah. So I went through Jump Master School and Pathfinder School first time goes.
Wow.
So
Pathfinder pin is sexy, he said. Hell yeah.
Very. It's probably one that I know people that were, Halo or high altitude, low open, basically skydive qualified, which is a very sexy badge too. And they would give that badge up to get a Pathfinder badge.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Just some TBIs. Yeah. So like I had jumps, like there was times when I jumped out like 6 times in one day because I was chasing to get my star and my wreath. So that's, I think the most I jumped out at like 6 in one day, all combat equipment as well. And so there's days that I've, talking back to the doctors, that I've probably had 2 or 3 concussions back to back in the same day.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's where, I've rung my bell quite a few times. And so there are hunks of my childhood memory and early on military things that are just gone, and I'll never get them back. So I've talked to people that I've spent time with and they're like, hey, do you remember so-and-so? I'm like, no. And they'll show me a picture of them. I'm like, I have no idea who that person is. No clue.
So jump, is that from the G's, from the chute opening and slowing you down so fast?
No. So what happens is the Army so I was in special operations most of my career. So later on in my career, I started wearing what's called a ProTech helmet, or plastic, almost like a skydive helmet with 1-inch foam on each side. And so that's very light. But what the Army is really bad at is that they use their ballistic helmet as a jump helmet, which that helmet is too heavy to be a jump helmet. It turns your head into a pendulum, basically. So as you're coming down, our chutes in the soft world of special operations have holes in the chute that create a 13-knot forward thrust, right? So you're moving. So if you have, and you can jump in winds up to 13 knots. So technically you could be moving at 26 knots. And when you hit the ground at that speed and you have a helmet that weighs more than your head, you're not keeping your chin on your chest at that velocity. And so you're just going to smack forward or backwards, and that head is going to bounce off the ground. And though it's got little bits of foam, that helmet is meant to stop small arms, not to prevent concussions.
Wow. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Wow. They've made changes since then?
No.
Jesus.
I don't know if they ever will. All right. Because I get it, and I understand two aspects. So you're supposed to train as you fight, right? You're not going to jump into combat with a plastic helmet on.
Bicycle helmet.
Yeah, you're not going to jump in there. So, but maybe you should jump with a plastic helmet in practice, right? And save the heavy one for when it's actually needed. But no, they still jump with ballistic helmets. Do I wish that they would change it? Yes. Have I made some hit up the right people? I think so, but I don't think that I still don't think they'll change.
Jesus. So the hardest part, I seen one of the pictures in the intro, was saying goodbye to the family to go deploy. And once you get out deploying, you're okay. But
Oh, yeah.
it's just that initial, you're trying to keep them in your eyesight for as long as you can, you know, and say that one last goodbye. And, you know, your insides are all tore up. And then coming home, you got that excitement and stuff. But yeah, that saying goodbye part to the
Yeah.
kids.
So I
you know,
got really lucky so when I retired at 21 years, I had 6.5 years of deployed combat time. That's how much deployed combat time. So 1/3 of my military career, almost 7 years, is deployed combat.
wow.
That's all before I was married and all before I had kids. So that's the good part. But then I made rank and I had to go. And my kid's mom, who's retired Navy, so getting stationed together, Army and Navy, hard enough. And then making rank quick and getting stationed together even tougher. So I had to go do a year in Korea while they moved to DC. And so if you can see over that shoulder. So let me get a point to the right. That lion right there on top of that box, that stuffed animal lion. My son gave me that, who's now my oldest, when I left for Korea, because he wanted me to have something from him. And so I keep that as a reminder, because that's what he gave me. What's going on, Mike? That's what he gave me before I left for Korea. And then I brought them over to Korea instead of coming home, because why not have them come over to Korea and see South Korea and get that under their belt. But yeah, leaving families is never easy, whether it's a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
When you're used to seeing, you know, wife and kids every day, and then you don't get to see them, you know, at least, I mean, it's different now too. Technology has drastically changed the game. And then I was in communications. So, I mean, I always had access to computers and phones. So it's a little bit easier, but it's not the same as being able to smell them or touch them, hug them, kiss them. It's just not the same. So yeah, if you haven't left your loved ones for an extended period of time, whether it's, you know, in combat or it's just, you know, you've got to go somewhere else and work, you know, first responders, telephone guys that, you know, do the emergency repairs on telephone poles and stuff. They drive around the country and do that stuff. If you haven't left your family for extensive periods of time, it's tough.
That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can do your job every day, but
oh yeah,
you don't get to see your family at night.
Nope.
No.
And the thing is, you can't make time up. Time is precious.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that when people are on their deathbed, you don't hear people asking for more money or more this or more that. It's always more time. I wish I would have had more time.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Yeah, that was a tough part, but coming home was always the exciting part, and you can't sleep the night before. And
yeah, but it's tough too, because you're reintegrating with a lifestyle that has been, you know, revolving every day without you, right? And so now you've kind of got to go in with baby shoes on,
kid
right?
gloves.
You can't go in, you can't go in and be changing stuff or act the way you acted before you left, right? You had a spouse or someone else that was running the show without you for 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18 months. And so, you know, you kind of got to go back into that.
Yeah, you can't go back in being daddy and
no, you've kind of got to take a secondary role, right? Ease into it, you know, fit yourself in and ask where you can help, right? Yeah, voice those things. Yep. 100%.
You know what I always found funny was when you come home, the kids are taller, their voices are different. They act different.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Life doesn't stop, right? You feel like nothing's changed for you, right? Because you're already grown and old, but everything's changed, you know. So when I went to Korea, my youngest was 4 months, 5 months, right? And then I went for a year. So he came back and he was 1.5. You know what I mean? So yeah, I went from he couldn't even crawl, right, to he could walk. And so yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
What changes? A little bit of time.
And you missed all of that, and
all of that.
It breaks your heart. Yeah.
And that's why, you know, right now it's as much time as I can spend with them as physically possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Now, I've watched a couple of your reviews, and you've done with your son, and I love those.
Oh
I
my,
absolutely
yeah,
love
he loves
those.
them
And
too.
I wish there was more. I know that Cajun guy,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he does with his kid, and
little Cajun.
that is so much
Yeah.
fun to watch.
And so that's the reason I grew my beard back, right? My little one had been asking me for, well, ever since I had cut my beard off previously. He's like, Dad, you gonna grow your beard back? Dad, you gonna grow your beard back? Dad. And I was like, fine. I don't know if I picked, I guess I did because I won my category at nationals, but I was like, oh man, growing my beard back 3 weeks before nationals probably wasn't the best, but it worked. It worked out. I ended up winning my category, but I was like, this might have been the wrong. I should have waited, but I was, we had been doing some beard videos. I felt like it was the right time, and so grew the beard back. But yeah, no, he loves, and other people isn't running during this guest spot. Want my money back, Tara. I'm waiting for you to start running again.
Oh,
poke the bear.
But
man.
yeah, he like, I didn't ever ask him to do those reviews with me. He was just like, can I open that with you, Dad? I'm like, yeah, if you want, I gotta open it on the video. He's like, I'll open it on video with you. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And so then everything started coming, and he just was like, is that another package? Do we get to open it? Is it another package? Is it for me? Is it for me? And then people started including him in it, like Tara. Oh, it's on. She would write on the card, to Lewis and Jag. And, then he would get stuff that wouldn't come down. I'm like, they don't know who you are. He's like, oh, well, they're gonna. They're gonna now.
Right.
I love it. Yeah, get him started now. Heck yeah.
Oh,
He'll be a superstar soon.
So they've both done, I've got their skateboards down there. They've both done competitions for where we've built their beards.
Nice.
So kind of like the whiskerina. So they have the kids whiskers categories in some competitions as well. And so they've both won. My oldest won first place, and my youngest won second place at Monsters Ball 2 years ago. So
what did you use?
We did felt for one, the big old mustache, and and then like almost like made one out of brown paper. And it was fun, and it was just an experience for all of us to share. And so I won first in my category, my oldest won first in his category, and my youngest took second. Wow. And it was just a great experience for the three of us. So you can have kids and go to beard competitions. They pretty much especially the smaller beard competitions, usually always have a kids whiskers thing, and it's just fun to craft with them and build them something, or let them build something, or help build it together, and be interested in something that you're interested in.
Absolutely.
So
are you going to World by chance?
So I definitely was prior to me moving to Florida, because it's only like a 4-hour drive. But now I'm looking at moving to Florida in June, and then I would have to fly. And I don't know, with trying to buy a home, that I should trying to fly to Florida, probably keep my money in investing in a new house and a new life. But the goal was to go to Florida, to go to Worlds, because like I said, I think Worlds is only about a 4-hour drive, and so that would have been great. If not, the next Worlds is in London, if I memory serves me correctly, in 2027. I think.
Yeah, I don't know where the next one is. I just know that it's in my backyard, basically, in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. The goal was to go. It was always to go. Like I said, because I was like, 4-hour drive. That's cake. That's easy.
Yeah, I got to look into it though to see what day my category would be. I'm not going to go all 3 days.
All 3 days.
Nah.
Yeah, and the tough thing is, and it can vary too from what I've heard, like depending on how many people are in certain categories, they can move stuff up. Right. So, I haven't been, but I've been told that, like, if categories don't have stuff, they take them out, or they merge categories together that don't have enough people. And so that timeline is very flexible as from what I've been told.
So if your category's at 6, you might want to be there at 2.
Yeah, if it's that day, you might want to be there a good portion of the day.
I think I would spend like the whole day, at least one day.
There.
Yeah, and just meet like Dan C. And I know.
Have you been to a big one yet, Chief?
No, I've just small ones, and
yeah.
I think the world is going to be an experience.
Yeah, I mean, even nationals. I haven't been. I wish I would have went to Great American, but I chose nationals over Great American. But I mean, any of those larger ones, it's just so much different than the small ones are fun and great too. But those larger ones, but they take forever. Like nationals had like 41 or something like that, 44 categories, I think, something like that, 40 something categories. It literally takes all day.
Good Lord.
For nationals, right? So worlds, I expect that it's pretty much all day, every day, or good portion of. I know they're doing longest beard and mustache chains again. I've been told that they're doing those. So if you want to try for world records, but I think that's the Thursday before it starts. So if it's the 3rd, 4th, 5th is the competition, I think it's the 2nd. They're doing the world's chain, the Guinness World Record chains for the beard and goatee and mustache again. So keep that in consideration if you want to try and get one of those thingies somewhere. That right there.
Ooh, the Guinness
World Record.
I think Brewer was in,
and then the book, and Mike was in it as well. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mike says my category would be Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use centimeters, correct? Not inches. So I don't know how long that.
Yes, Tara. So all the winners in those large competitions, all the winners, even in some of the smaller ones, all come back on stage and they pick the best in show for that. So for instance, Beards in the Berg, like Lee and Kim were talking about, I won freestyle, best freestyle mustache. And so our best freestyle, I went into freestyle beard. It was everything, anything freestyle. That's what I went into. So I went back up afterwards, and then I actually won best in show with just the handlebar, a double handlebar mustache on each side.
Wow.
Against all the beards.
Wow.
But that's how it works. Like anyone can, once you win your category, you go back up for best in show and you have a chance to win. And it's on the judges, right? So the judges, what they're looking for, what they think what you're wearing, what your persona is, how you interact, how like everything kind of goes into it. If they fit everything into it. So yeah, super cool.
Finest would like to know, how long have you been growing your mustache?
This mustache is, so I grew a full beard for a year, and then I shaved off the beard and rocked the mustache for like a year and a couple months, 2.5, 2.75 years, this mustache. But I do trim it. I trim the ends as they get very thin at the end. So I trim it, but I've had the mustache for 2.5 at least.
I got a question for you. Would you ever walk out of the house and go to the store without having your mustache right? Me neither.
Or my beard. No, I can't.
Sometimes I don't even go upstairs and greet the wife in the morning unless
I don't leave my room in the morning until and I don't have anyone in here in the house that I'm trying to impress, and it's me. Like I can't. No.
Yeah.
No, I wake up in the morning. I move straight over to my little desk I'm at. My bed's right over here, and I get up and I come to my beard station, and I comb out and brush my beard and fix anything I need to with the mustache, and then I'll go down and have my coffee. But no, I don't even leave my room.
100%, man. I knew you would say that.
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, no. Nothing wrong with anyone who does. I just can't. I'm too nitpicky about that. So
I have never once left this house looking like trash.
Yeah.
You guys are so military. I'm here to tell you right now.
I can't do it, man.
Dino, real quick. I want to do a giveaway. If you're okay with it, brother, I want to do a giveaway real quick. And we said we're going to do a giveaway. And I said I was going to give away on my show this last week, and I forgot. And then we got a couple questions to do. What's that?
I said it's already 7:55.
Man, time flies when you're having
Oh,
fun.
wow.
Let me do the hashtag, guys, and then we'll ask you a couple more questions that you guys have. The hashtag is going to be, and this is going to be for, I'm going to do 2 quick giveaways, one here and then one right at the end. And this one's going to be for, they'll both be for 2, maybe 3 beard oils each. Brand new, guys. It's going to be a mystery box of 3 beard oils, let's just say, and we'll do 2 giveaways. Guys, the hashtag is going to be hashtag Jumpmaster. So you guys go ahead and get your hashtags in there. Hashtag Jumpmaster will get you in the drawing for a mystery box of beard oils. First question, mixed breed or finest again. How long does it take to tame your stash from away from your mouth? The only reason why I never grow one.
So I always tell people, like, it's easier if you start when you start growing the stash and take like a boar's bristle brush and start training it, right? Same as your beard. Like, as your beard starts growing, you should be training it to go in it's kind of the direction that you want it to go. So the more you do that, the quicker it gets to be easier to style. It kind of goes in that natural direction. So mine always seems to go this way now that I've trained it to go this way. The tails will start tripping, drooping down, but they will still try and curl up. But True North Terra with hashtag rump master. But yeah, it just, I don't know. Everyone's hairs are different. Like, mine are naturally curly, naturally wavy. So I think it takes a little bit more time. Some of the guys that have much more straight mustaches, I think, are easier to get them to go in the direction they want them to go. Am I going to keep growing my beard long? I just cut about 2 to 3 inches off of it a week ago or so. And I'm really liking how I have it rounded on the bottom, but flat. And I think that this is the length that really fits my face. I have a thin face. I'm a thinner guy, right? So I think a longer beard really just makes my face look longer. And so this shorter beard kind of accentuates my jawline that I'm looking for and gives me kind of that Jay Leno stronger chin jaw frame that I kind of prefer. And it fits more with me wearing suits and ties. So I think I'm going to try and keep right about this length, which I haven't measured. I'm going to guess is around 3 inches.
Tara wants to know if you miss booting people out of planes.
I do miss booting out of people out of planes. I did it for so many years. I went to Jumpmaster school in 2008, I believe. And I got out of our Army in 2020. So 12 years I booted people out of airplanes. So Lee and Kim, and I didn't know that they had done that thing, but just so happens that I have Cinnamon Toast Munch in beard tonight. So,
What?
Yeah, and I didn't know that they had done that, but that's crazy. One of my favorite. I'm a very, very big foodie
Love it.
guy. So you can't get it anymore. I just happen to have a stockpile.
You bought it.
I even bought Lee's personal collection off of him. So one of every scent in his soap and everything. So I've got quite a few Cinnamon Toast Munches left. So I have no problem using them.
Here's the thing about Lee, right? So Lee was one of those guys, and I'm like, you absolutely love him. So he wouldn't just come out with a drop. He'd come out with like 6, right?
Yeah.
At a time. So we had this thing as an affiliate that I would, I would purchase them, right? And get them. And so it was always, I would always get 6 at a time, so it was never like one oil. It was always 6 at a time. So one of the things, I have so many, and I even purchased some on the little black market out there after they went out of business. So I've got a bunch, and my favorite scent has always been Fig and Awesome. So I have about 5 bottles of Fig and Awesome that I probably won't use. So that will more than likely be in the mystery box going out to somebody. And we have 35 people in the chat right now. We have 22 entries. So if you have not gotten it in, we're going to draw here in just a few seconds.
There's only 2 companies that I have that have their own shelves on my oils. True North being one, and EDC Beard Co. is the only 2 that have their own, that I have so many that they have to have their own shelves.
Love it.
So,
Well, we're going to ask this question, and then we're going to draw. True North would like to know what's your favorite True North Beard Co. scent.
they know what my favorite True North beer. Gratitude.
Love
There
it.
you go.
It's so good. It is chestnut, woods, caramel, and vanilla. And I have an extra oil and butter because it's a limited scent. So when I bought it a year ago, I bought 2 oils and 2 butters, so I didn't have to worry about it.
I got to go with Bodega.
Yeah, Bodega Sunrise is good too. Bodega Sunrise is good. I mean, they got so many bangers.
I'm partial to Yard Sale. I like Yard Sale a lot.
Yeah, Texas
Bob's
pecan
vegetarian.
pie, that's my jam. Old Tradition. I'm a fan of, if you haven't tried Old Tradition, if you tried Outlaw, I like Old Tradition better. Outlaw's good.
Wow.
Old Tradition, in my opinion, is better than Outlaw, but it's just a tweaked version of Outlaw, right?
I love Outlaw.
Yeah, if you haven't tried Old Tradition and it's around and you like Outlaw, Old Tradition, banger.
Well, Santa, you've inspired me. I think next week I might do the same. I might do a nice, 5 or 6 oil giveaway. So sign me up for next week.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I am ready to do this real quick because I want to do one more before we leave. So here we go, guys. There's 24 entries. If you didn't get in, maybe try to get in on the next one. So here we go. And we got, I'm so nervous. Go.
All right.
Pastor 4JC, let us know if you're still here. I'm not familiar who that is,
I don't know that one.
but let us know if you're still here, and I will tell you how to get a hold of me.
Give him a minute.
Give it a few more minutes. We'll do it bearded respect style. If they're not here, they get flushed, or
You
is
get
that
the
Dan
flush.
C that does that?
And see flushed.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: jumping out of the play, that's a lot of jumps, and I'm gonna tell you, and people do not realize how hard you hit the ground.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
said, I did 5 for my promotion points. I was a 5 jump chump. That's what they called us. But I was a mechanic in the Army, right? I was a mechanized infantry. It was rare for a mechanized infantryman, especially a mechanic, to have airborne wings. So I was already tough enough, So he's still here. All right. Good job.
Oh, nice.
Caster,
Congrats.
reach out to me on Instagram. Santa Tom, text TX, Santa Tom TX, reach out to me on Instagram. Shoot me a message and your address, and I will get a box out to you first thing tomorrow or Monday. But
yes, so jumping out of the airplanes in the Army, regular style, it's not like a skydive shoot. It's a big round shoot. Now they have square shoots, but it's a big round shoot, and you really just fall at whatever pace you come down at, right? And the heavier you are, the faster you fell. I had what's called a special operations shooter, MC6. It had toggles, so you could flare it a little bit, which is kind of like what you see the skydive guys do when they collapse it and then re-let it open, and it would inflate and it would slow you down. But if you didn't time that correctly, then you hit harder than you would have hit if you didn't do that. But you get pretty good at it. But yeah, I mean, no, you hit like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, and them knees still holding up okay?
Well, I mean, they hurt, but everything hurts. I told someone it's just the regular amount of pain. They're like, the regular amount of pain is no pain. I'm like, oh, well, then I'm not good. I don't know. If the regular amount of pain is no pain, then no, then I don't know what that's like.
Good deal.
I was going to ask you, did you guys all have the round shoots or the ones that you could fly? But
No, so the ones you can fly are your halo shoots. So you would have to be free fall qualified for that. What I did was what's called static line. So you're actually with a large nylon thing with a anchor on it, and you would go to a cable on the aircraft, and then that would actually rip your chute out you would jump from what's called 1,500 feet AGL, above ground level. So that's about the highest that you would jump. Those chutes can go up to about 4,000 feet, but you would never jump that high. 15 to 1,800, and as low as 1,000 or 800 feet in combat. At 800 feet, you don't need a reserve because there's not enough time to pull it at the
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah.
No need to jump with one.
Yeah.
And Chief and Dino, it looks like when you're up there, it looks like you're so far up, but when you're on the ground looking up, it looks like those planes are skimming the ground.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's not high at all.
Yeah, so Jumpmaster actually is, you actually hang out of the aircraft and you're spotting on the ground for what's called VS-17 panels. Is these glow in the kind of they light up, or they're bright orange, or at night you can see them through nods, and you see that they're shaped in a pattern of an L. So you know where to tell your first jumper to go out so that they hit the drop zone. But you're literally hanging out of the aircraft, holding on to it, like a dog with his head out the window.
Sign me up.
It's great. It's great for an adrenaline junkie like myself. It's great. Beats any roller coaster ride you're ever going to go on.
I can imagine that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. That sounds so much fun though, man.
so good.
Man.
So good.
All right, guys.
Setting it
What
up.
you got, Chief or Dino? You've been kind of quiet, brother.
I'm just enjoying it.
Right. So you run and you were jumping out of plane. So when you were over doing combat or whatever,
Yeah.
what did you like to listen to music wise? Like what motivated? Like what kind of music were you listening to?
So I kind of grew up, like my main music I grew up was in the 90s. So like 90s alternative is really kind of like, that, and I'm a big Metallica fan too as well. So, but who really isn't? So, but like a lot of running and stuff like that, I usually just stick it on some kind of 90s alternative. So, your Sublimes, your Red Hot Chili Peppers, your Stone Temple Pilots, your Smashing Pumpkins, things of that nature. So, you just kind of let that kind of play, and anything's kind of upbeat but not full metal.
Right.
So, man, I gotta have Full Metal in the gym.
I have Full Metal. Nothing wrong with some Full Metal too. Nothing wrong with some Full Metal.
Yeah, in the gym.
Some Pantera,
sure.
some Metallica.
Yes.
Five
Finger Death Punch.
some five. Oh, definitely some Five Finger.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could see any artist, alive or dead, band, artist, entertainer, whoever,
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd? Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. And I'm really upset because I actually had the opportunity at the Live 8 concert that was in London. I was flying through. I just didn't know they were playing because I had the opportunity. I would have just postponed my flight, but they were playing for the Live 8 concert, but I missed it. But my dad raised me on classic 70s classic rock. Right, so Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Skinner, So that's what I grew up on, and before I kind of found 90s alternative, like everything I listened to was 70s classic rock. So nice. I've seen Skinner and ZZ Top twice. So
ZZ Top's beard, is it better than Dino's, or is Dino's better than ZZ Top?
Equally good.
Sharp dressed man, baby.
That's right.
Yep.
Although
I don't think theirs is as gray as mine, though. So they probably got better color than mine.
But I'd say the best concert I've ever been to is one of my first years in the Army, first or second year in the Army. I saw Korn, Kid Rock, Power Man 5000, System of a Down, and Metallica all in one large show.
Wow.
Outdoor show in North Carolina.
Nice.
Rockingham Speedway or something like that.
Yeah.
It was a crazy show. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chief,
did you ever get
the best concert you've ever been to?
Say again?
Chief, what's the best concert you've ever been to?
I got to say Jelly Roll with my daughter a couple years ago. Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dino?
1996 Tiger Stadium Kiss reunion tour, first time.
Oh, nice.
It sold out in 20 minutes, and that night was amazing.
I'm gonna tell y'all mine, and this is a tribute to Bob and Terry, because we've just discovered that we both like the same one. I've seen many concerts. My dad took me to many when I was young, but my most favorite one, and I'm like you, I was raised on that 70s kind of genre. Jethro Tull.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, one of the best. Ian Anderson put on such a great show. Absolutely loved it.
My dad took me to Van Halen a couple times, and I remember as a kid he took me to watch the Beach Boys, which doesn't sound as fun, but when you're a little kid who likes girls, to go to a Beach Boys concert and there's nothing but girls in bikinis on the stage, oh, you're in heaven. You're in heaven.
It's funny you mentioned that, because I worked a show called there's a band called LMFAO.
Yeah.
And they were around for a little bit, right? I get this last minute call to come work this band. I'm like, I don't even know who they are, right? It's Thanksgiving Eve. And my cousin looks at me and goes, it's that in Miami trick thingy. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I go work this thing. Now, usually I'm used to working hardcore shows, so I'm catching crowd surfers and dealing with headbangers, right? I get to this show and it is nothing. 99% are nothing but hot chicks. And I'm like, what is going on here? So I worked this barricade. So I'm catching women the whole night long. It was pretty crazy. I was like, what? Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It was fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, guys, we're going to do our second drawing real quick, and then I'm going to let Dino and Chief kind of wrap up the show. But because we want to definitely get on for the Bearded Respect tonight and watch our good friend. So here we go. This is going to be #Amigos, guys. This will be for another 3 beard oil giveaway. And guys, these are unused, brand new beard oils. I'm not sending y'all some I've done used half the bottle. These are brand new bottles. Santa Tom doesn't go cheap, right? So we're gonna do the right thing. So one of them will be an since we're honoring EDC Beard Co tonight, I will do an EDC beard oil in each one. So the other 2 will be the mystery. So there you go. #Amigos. Go ahead and get your votes in.
Santa, are you gonna autograph every bottle?
Probably not. Yeah,
maybe the box.
You don't want my autograph on there. It's not very. It's worse than a doctor's. Yeah.
He does it in crayon.
What's wrong with crayon? They taste great, man.
Especially green ones. Green crayons are really good.
Eating Play-Doh too, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Chief, I love when you tell Marines that they're in the Department of the Navy and they say the men's department.
Men's department. Yeah. We got to love them guys too. Did you ever get to catch any good USO shows?
I could hear him, Toby Keith, when I was in Iraq. I heard Toby Keith playing, but I was a commo guy for my commanding general, and so the comms were down, so I had to work through it. And I could hear Toby Keith singing. Literally, our compound was right next to the stage, so I could hear him singing. I'm like, I just want to go see him, but I mean, comms got to go up. Yeah. Comms got to work when the boss man needs to talk.
That's
so
right.
yeah, that was it. And then I met what's his name, Henry Rollins, Black Flag.
Yeah.
I met him. He didn't do a show, but he was just doing a USO tour and just going around. Got to meet him. So it was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, I actually went to London and watched Bob Hope's last special. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
pretty cool.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Just some fond memories like that. And we got to watch the Super Bowl in Haifa, Israel on the side of the ship, like huge, having some beers on the pier because it was a dry country. We could only have beers on the pier and just good memories like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I think what year was the Super Bowl that had the Janet Jackson mishap?
Oh yeah. That was,
I think I was in Jordan and I got to watch it live because I was overseas, so I didn't get to see that. So
Chief saw Bob Hope's first USO tour.
Oh, Brewer, man. I thought we were friends. Ooh, that's a good one, buddy.
Man.
That was a good one.
All right, guys. 30 people on the show. We got 20 entries. Get your hashtag in there. Hashtag Amigos. And Chief and Dino, any final thoughts?
This is the wheel. Come on, Kev.
What's the wheel?
And we had a stick and a hoop, and we liked it.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez. We were rich because we could afford the stick and the hoop.
Oh, they're blasting you tonight.
I know. I love it. Right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. I gotta tell you, man, I love your style. I love your videos, man. The
I
mustache,
appreciate it.
fantastic. And I like seeing your stuff too, because you actually dress really dapper too. You got the suits and your style and that. And I gotta tell you, man, it's so awesome. And not to be a spoiler, but I'm gonna reach out to you. I got to get you on the Fit and Finish show.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, because you're so dapper, man. You're so dapper and you got that look. But yeah, but thanks for coming on, brother. I know
I appreciate you reaching out and having me.
I know I was kind of quiet tonight, but I was just like taking it all in because, doing what you did in the military, that's awesome. I don't know if you could have pushed me out of the plane. You probably would have had me on the one that sucks you out because
I'm trying to find a video. I've got a video of me. Like one guy stopped and I told him to go twice. And then it was a what's called a STOL aircraft, short takeoff and landing. And I literally picked him up by the pack tray. I helped him. Kind of helped him. I wasn't sure if he was stuck or he didn't want to go, but he left.
Right. But thanks for coming on, man. And like I said, I'm honored to call you brother. And if there's anything tactical Santa can never do for you, I'm here for you.
Appreciate that, Dina. Appreciate you.
Yeah, brother. What a great show and a lot of good laughs. And it's good to finally get to talk to you face to face. I'm watching you on everybody else's lives, and I've been following you for a long time. And it's just good to hang out and get to know you as a person. And
it's like we served together. That's how it is with the military guys. Yeah. It's like it's like you don't skip a beat.
Nope.
No, I appreciate it. Santa reached out and said, and I was more than happy to come on and hang out with you guys.
Well, we appreciate you making time for our little show, and everybody in the chats. Thanks for coming in. And let's see who wins this thing, Santa. What do you think?
Let's go. All right, guys. Here we go. Again, guys, reach out to me, Santa Tom TX on Instagram. Private message me.
Oh, dude.
There you go.
Congrats.
Let us know if you're still in here. And guys, I would like to say it is an absolute honor. Again, Lewis, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much for your service and everything that you do. Thank you for being the father you are, which to me is one of the most important things that a man can do. And that is leave a legacy.
The most important.
Most important. Leave a legacy, build that memorial. So when you're gone and we're no longer here, they carry on that same legacy and hopefully be that same man that you are. We appreciate you so much. We thank you. I want to check to see if, thank you. Okay, Born Peter, reach out to me. I'll get you your stuff out to you. We'd all like to say thank you, Lewis. I want to say thank you so much to two of my best friends in this world, and that's Chief and Dino. I appreciate you guys so much. As always, guys, remember that this world can use a little kindness, so be kind to one another. And as always, keep Christmas in your heart year round. We'll see you guys next week.